Hello everyone, in today's class we are going to study about oxidation of aldehydes and ketones. Okay, so here I have a formula of acetaldehyde, and we know that when acetaldehyde on oxidation, it gives acetic acid. It means aldehydes can easily convert it into carboxylic acid. Similarly, here also I took an example of benzaldehyde. Benzaldehyde also on oxidation gives benzoic acid, and when they are doing this process, if we'll see that a simple oxidizing agent we need here, and as we will say that we need either KMnO4 or acidified K2Cr2O7 solution, and these two oxidizing agent can convert alcohol directly to carboxylic acid also, and this aldehyde can also be converted into carboxylic acid with the help of this oxidizing agent. Okay, so ketones afterward we will be studying. Now student, let's see the reaction which we are going to study today. This reaction we can perform in our laboratory as well. So which one is that reaction? And as we know that aldehydes can easily be oxidized to carboxylic acid, right? And hence they act as a aldehydes can act as a reducing agents. Aldehyde can act as a reducing agent, and they can reduce corresponding metal ions like Ag positive or Cu2 positive ions under some basic condition, and they can reduce these compounds. And in terms of that, the first reaction which we are going to study today is reduction of Tollens reagent. Now first of all, try to understand what is this Tollens reagent. So what is Tollens reagent? Tollens reagent is actually a ammonical solution of silver nitrate. Formula I have mentioned here. Okay, and this Tollens reagent, either we can prepare it in the laboratory, or we can directly bring it from any science laboratory or we can prepare it. If we are preparing it in laboratory, how we are going to prepare that, here I am telling. So see that how we are going to prepare. Now if I have AgNO3, AgNO3, it means silver nitrate. Silver nitrate when reacts with ammonium hydroxide, so there will be formation of this AgOH. At the same time, there will be formation of NH4NO3, and then this AgOH again reacts with NH4OH. This AgOH again reacts with NH4OH to get a soluble complex, and this complex is ammonical silver nitrate solution, and this complex only termed as Tollens reagent. Okay, now student, let's see how these aldehydes reacts with this Tollens reagent. Now I took it here as a acetaldehyde, CH3CHO, and then in acetaldehyde, when this acetaldehyde reacts with Tollens reagent, right, already basic medium is there. So when it is reacts with Tollens reagent, then they are depositing this silver. So see, carboxylic acid is forming, depositing silver on the walls of the test tube, and these all byproducts are there. So student, we can perform this in the laboratory, and this test is known as silver mirror test. Silver mirror test. In many of the examination, they are often asking the silver mirror about silver mirror test. So what is Tollens reagent? That should we know that. And who is reducing agent in this situation? Reducing agent is acetaldehyde. Okay, because acetaldehyde act as a or aldehyde act as a reducing agent, and it can reduce the salt which contain Ag plus ion, and it can reduce it to like Ag. Directly this silver is depositing on the wall of test tube. Not only this student, we can study few more reaction of this. Next one is reduction of Fehling's solution. First of all, understand what is this Fehling solution. Fehling solution is a mixture of Fehling solution A plus Fehling solution B. Now, what is Fehling's A? Fehling's A solution is a copper sulfate solution. A simple copper sulfate solution is considered as Fehling's solution, right? And the second one is, that is Fehling's B. Fehling B means what? It is a sodium potassium tartarate. Okay, so sodium potassium tartarate, it means what? If we'll see it in another way, so we can say that if we have Rochelle's salt. So when Rochelle's salt is dissolved in sodium hydroxide, they are forming a product which is known as sodium potassium tartarate. So in practical purpose also, in theoretical purpose also, we should aware about the what is Fehling's A and what is Fehling's B. And when these two reaction, when these two solutions, Fehling A and Fehling B, has taken in an equal amount, then it is known as Fehling solution. And how this Fehling solution react with aldehyde, let's see. Now if we are having this acetaldehyde, acetaldehyde reacts with Fehling's solution A and B, and in that one they release, when they do react, like we know that copper sulfate forms a soluble complex of Cu2 positive ions, and these Cu2 positive ions react with tartarate ions of the Rochelle's salt, and then they are providing this complex as a Cu2 positive. Why I have written only this, not the formulas of this, because they are quite difficult in structure. So simply we'll say that yes, we are having this Cu2 positive and 5OH negative, and then we'll say that here CH3CO negative and C2O. So here a very important one, student, please pay attention here, that is cuprous oxide, formation of cuprous oxide. As practically I said that we are going to perform this experiment. What does it mean? It means when we are taking the Fehling solution A and B, its color is dark blue color. Its color is dark blue. Okay, and when dark blue color is there, when we are going to heat that solution in a water bath, then that dark blue color solution is converted into red complex. Red complex, the name of that complex is cuprous oxide, and this is actually the viva question as well, that why there is a formation of red PPT, and what is the name of that red PPT. The name of that red PPT is cuprous oxide. Okay, now let's see the last one, and that one is Benedict solution. Although it is not included in your NCERT part, but still I want that you should know about it. So reduction of Benedict solution. Now what is this Benedict solution? See that Benedict solution is what? Benedict solution is, it's a mixture of copper sulfate solution, sodium citrate solution, and sodium carbonate solution. And the color of this solution is blue, as copper ions are there. Okay, so when aldehyde reacts with copper ion as well as the basic medium, we can say that there is again formation of Cu2O whose color is red, and it means these reactions are specifically used to detect the presence of aldehyde. Okay, so student, I hope you understood that if you want to detect the presence of aldehyde in the carbonyl compound, then we can use silver mirror test. Second, we can use Fehling's test, and third one is Benedict's solution. Okay, so Benedict solution, the previous color, as we said, that it is a blue color. Okay, now student, one more thing here. So student, as we know that Tollens reagent, Fehling solution, and Benedict solution, all these three are used to distinguish between aldehydes and ketones. Why we are saying that this used to distinguish between aldehyde and ketones? Because none of these can oxidize a ketone. None of these can oxidize a ketone, and actually they fail to react with ketones. But alpha hydroxy ketones means which one? Alpha hydroxy ketones, it means the carbon in which secondary, if the alcohol group is attached to the, you can see here, if the alcohol group is attached to this carbon in which is, whose nature is secondary 2 degree, then that carbon atom is converting itself into ketones, and hence only these alpha hydroxy ketones are exceptions. They do reaction with Tollens reagent as well as other test also. Okay, and student will see that here again deposition of here, as I have used a Tollens reagent, so here is a deposition of silver, and hence it will show silver mirror test as well. So student, in today's class we studied about silver nitrate solution, that is Toland's reagent, failing solution, Benedict's solution. I hope you all understood, and you can take the screenshot and you can note down all these points in your classwork copy. Hope you all understood this. Thank you students and have a good day ahead.